Most of the 15 members of the Security Council used this meeting to intensify their criticism of President Putin and Russia's actions in Ukraine. The U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said that Moscow had to be held accountable for, in his words, shredding international norms.
Every council member should send a clear message that these reckless nuclear threats must stop immediately.
Even India, which has remained neutral in this conflict, had some sharp words, saying the outlook appears truly disturbing. This as the Kremlin calls up more troops and organizes referendums on joining Russia, which is seen by the West as a sham and a step towards annexation. In his statement, China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi expressed concerns over the situation, especially when it comes to the safety and security of nuclear facilities.
China's position on Ukraine is consistent and clear. President Xi Jinping pointed out that the sovereignty and territorial integrity of all countries should be respected. When it comes to the safety and security of nuclear facilities, there is no room for trial and error.
Minister Wang also called on leaders to stick to dialogue and negotiations, to work together for de-escalation and to contain spillovers, especially when it comes to food and energy security. He also backed investigations into alleged violations of human rights laws, but said that those investigations had to be fair and objective. Now, Russia is also a member of the Security Council, one of the 5 permanent members. Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, in his speech, defended Russia and described Ukraine as the aggressor, accusing Kiev and its Western allies of impunity.
We have no confidence in the work of this body. For the past 8 months, we were waiting for steps to be taken against impunity in Ukraine, and we don't expect anything more from this institution or a whole range of other international institutions.
Lavrov came in only for his speech and he left directly after, so he wasn't in the room to hear the rebuttal from Ukraine's Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba, who reiterated calls made by Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky at the General Assembly just on Wednesday for Russia to be punished for its actions, saying there will be no peace without justice. Really, the concern here for the Western members of the Security Council is that if Russia is not stopped and held accountable, then no country would be safe from this type of aggression.
On this vote, the yeas are 69, the nays are 27.
周三，美国国会参议院以超过2/3的多数批准了一项气候条约修正案—— 2019年蒙特利尔议定书基加利修正案。这项修正案由124个国家共同签署，敦促各国在2036年前将制冷剂氢氟碳化物的使用量减少85%。氢氟碳化物被广泛应用在冰箱和空调中，是一种超级污染物，会破坏大气臭氧层。当天，2位共和党参议员丹·沙利文和麦克里还提出了一项附加条款，即要求美国国务院向联合国提议终止中国的发展中国家地位。参议院以96票对0票通过了这项要求。
It will, however, begin to address the issue of China receiving special treatment at the expense of the American people. As the world's largest emitter of greenhouse gases, China has a long history of disrespecting and disregarding environmental standards and has continually increased its emissions.
如果联合国和世贸组织不再认定中国是发展中国家，则意味着中共享有的一些特殊待遇将被取消，如世界银行低息贷款、不对等贸易关税等等。
举个不是特别合适的例子，就像有一些中国大陆新移民来到美国，装作是这个很穷的人，申请美国政府的这种补贴，但是同时他实际上很有钱，经常愿意炫耀他的那些名车呀、豪宅呀之类的。那现在美国政府发现这些人实际上是有资产的，那取消了他这些补贴，那他那个心情会怎么样？我想中共的那个心态跟那个呢也差不多就是这样。
More than 30 years ago.
新唐人电视台记者金石纽约报道。
Recently, many students of Shenzhen Southern University of Science and Technology, SUS Tech, reported that they ate foreign objects such as batteries, cigarette butts, earthworms, cockroaches, etc. in the school cafeteria many times, which aroused the attention of the whole network. On June 5th, Southern University of Science and Technology students voluntarily organized and launched a canteen experience questionnaire. Within a week, 1,604 people participated in total. More than 60% of the participants expressed dissatisfaction with the cafeteria, and more than 80% believed the food was pricey, unpleasant to eat, and of much lower quality than before. Since the questionnaire was released from June 7th to June 11th, a total of 67 food safety questions were exposed, mainly involving 6 situations, as follows. Number 1, foreign objects and bugs in the food. Number 2, diarrhea after meals. Number 3, the ingredients are not cleaned. Number 4, food is undercooked. Number 5, food taste or appearance is abnormal. Number 6, saw mice, cockroaches, etc. in the cafeteria. After an exercise session, some SUS Tech students claimed they were hungry but had nothing to eat, so they proceeded to the 10th building to have preserved egg porridge and fried chicken wings. End outcome was acute gastroenteritis, which was linked to consuming contaminated food. Additionally, some SUS Tech students reported finding cockroaches, steel wires, bedbugs, and snails on the plates in the cafeteria. It was also found that there were battery fragments in the vegetable seeds. Some others claimed that the steamed buns and breakfast buns had an odd scent and even had mildew growing on them. They also believed they had likely been refrozen multiple times before being sold. Judging from the revelations made by students on the online platform, the dining hall of SUS Tech is fascinating. One person commented, "Oh my God, I get goosebumps when I see these disgusting photos." Another wrote, "How horrible the people who manage the canteen are. They must get a penalty." In August 2022, a kindergarten in eastern China's Shandong province was allegedly caught feeding children rotten food, including maggot-infested meat and moldy fruit and vegetables. In June 2022, 180 children at a kindergarten in northwestern China's Shaanxi province became sick after getting a salmonella infection from the food served there.
海上自衛隊は9月15日に中国海軍の調査船が鹿児島県屋久島南方の日本の領海に入り、約3時間半後に領海の外へ出たことを確認し、中国の調査船が日本の領海に入ったのは4回目だと発表しました。これについて日本の佐藤彰元防衛副大臣は、日本が対策を講じなければ将来大変なことになり得ると分析しました。
中共的战舰，包括战机，他们为何而来？是带有目的而来的。细分析一下就知道，这是令人恐怖的事。这种极度紧张的局势再继续下去，将发展成为一触即发的战争态势。为避免这种情况的发生，日本必须拥有强有力的反击能力，否则反而可能真的有事。
日本方面表示，今年4月和7月，中共海军测量舰相继进入同一海域的日本领海。今年也是中共海军舰艇进入日本领海次数最多的一年。日本前防卫副大臣佐藤章强调，在中日邦交正常化50周年之际，继续制造紧张局面，日本将不得不坚决反击。
中共宣称，2022年军事预算约1.45兆元。是日本的5倍以上，也就是说，中共正在扩大军力。中共还威胁说，他拥有3艘航母和射程可达日本和台湾的2000枚导弹。如果中共胆敢入侵，日本为了国民安全，必须拥有一定程度的防卫能力，并和美国紧密合作。
佐藤章表示，从中共军舰频繁无顾忌地进入日本领海一事可见，事态正急剧恶化。日本必须增加国防预算，并加紧改善更新各种军事设备。
新東京テレビ記者の清水敏子、粒子が日本からお伝えしました。
被动员参与战争的俄罗斯男子排队等待上车，他们即将出发前往乌克兰，许多亲人来送别，在拥抱他们的丈夫与父亲时流下了眼泪。这是俄国总统普丁21日颁布局部动员令后，俄罗斯远东地区萨哈共和国民众在推特发布的影片。俄罗斯贝尔哥罗德州还有令人心碎的一幕。英国 BBC 记者威尔表示，有孩子在大巴士外喊着爸爸，哭着说再见。
Russian authorities to the Russian people is, we had to call up the reservists. The West is trying to destroy us. NATO is waging a war against us. This is a fight for Russia's future. But some Russians have now concluded that for them, there is no future here.
21日开始，从俄国飞往土耳其、塞尔维亚等国的航班机票全部售罄。与俄国接壤的乔治亚、芬兰、哈萨克等国边界则涌现车队长龙。路透社报道，芬兰边境管制人员表示，这周4从俄罗斯入境波兰的人约有7000名，其中约6000人是俄罗斯人，是上周4人数的2倍以上。
Are you afraid that you might be drafted with the mobilization in Russia? Yes, I'm afraid.
Why are you afraid?
Because it's very big mistake for Russia, for Europe, and of course for Ukraine citizens.
Все прохождение границы заняло у нас 12 часов. Почему так долго? Количество машин там долго? В чем проблема? Не знаю, мне кажется, как-то медленно пропускали российские пограничники как-то.
有从俄罗斯开车进入乔治亚的民众告诉路透社记者，一路上塞车队伍有2公里长，最长甚至到8公里。乌克兰总统泽伦斯基在最新讲话中呼吁更多俄国人抵制动员令。克里姆林宫发言人佩斯科夫则向媒体表示，关于机场涌现离俄人潮的报道被过度夸大，驳斥为假消息。新唐亚太电视林玉堂、张瑞珍综合报道。
President Biden recently said that the U.S. is prepared to deploy U.S. forces in the case of China invading Taiwan. Is Japan prepared to deploy its forces alongside the U.S.?
美国总统拜登上任来第4度喊出保台论，在国际引发讨论。日本首相岸田文雄在联合国访美记者会被问到是否跟进美国协防台湾，岸田回应对今日乌克兰、明日东亚的担忧。日本将加強防衛，以具體行動保衛國家與人民安全。
ウクライナは明日の東アジアかもしれない、日本を取り巻く安全保障環境が一層厳しさを増す中で、本年末までに新たな国家安全保障戦略等を策定いたします。日本の防衛力を5年以内に抜本的に強化をし。
在联合国大会场边，岸田也与英国首相特拉斯会面。英方的声明中谴责中共近期对台湾的挑衅行动，以及对日本盟国的影响。而美国总统拜登除了在大会上直接提出维护台海和平，在白宫公布的有关联合国大会场边简报记者会的逐字稿中，高级官员指出，拜登在与英法领袖会面时，确实谈到了台湾以及台海面临潜在不稳定与台湾对印太地区安全和全球经济的意义。
We seek to uphold peace and stability across the Taiwan Straits. We remain committed to our One China policy, which has helped prevent conflict for 4 decades. And we continue to oppose unilateral changes in the status quo by either side.
外长部分，英国新任外交大臣科维利也在与美国国务卿布林肯的会面中，重申英国致力于维护台海及其他地区的和平与稳定，并当面与中共外长王毅表达了对目前台海紧张情势的严正关切。七大工业国外长也在与欧盟高级代表会面后发表联合声明，反对片面改变现状及重申台海和平稳定的重要性。这是自8月3号以来 G7 与欧盟再度在联合声明中纳入对中共在台海地区挑衅作为的严正关切。新唐亚太电视高建伦、唐吉安整理报道。